Alex.
Yeah, oh, Kenzie.
Hey, what's up, dude?
What up?
Nothing much. You ready to knock this thuggery out?
Yeah.
Yeah, basically it's like, I'll probably write out, it's going to be like a story, like, basically in the Surfers Journal, they had one, like, kind of like a Tony Alva piece.
I saw that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I didn't read it. I just, like, saw my dad looking at it. Stepping out, like, whoa, why did Surfer Journal do that?
Yeah, so the dude was like, yeah, I kind of want it like that. So basically I'll just run through, like, some questions, like, kind of get, like, the story and whatnot, and I'll probably use, like, a couple quotes, but then I'll write it out, you know, like, he grew up in Malibu, da-da-da, you know, shit like that.
Santa Monica, come on.
Santa Monica. See, that's why
I hate that, because everyone's like, oh, so da-da-da, and I'm like, I don't know.
Well, fuck, let's start at the top. I'll just run through all this shit. Let's see, oh shit, you know, how's that, was that thing cool, the fucking Transworld thing? I saw the comments thing, the video comments or whatever?
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
Are you asking me, or are you trying to interview me right now?
No, I'm going to interview you right now. How's this asking you?
Oh, okay. Like, yeah. Well,
yeah, no, here we go. I'm just going back, like, what's your first, like, childhood memory?
of what?
Of anything, just kind of like...
Of anything?
Yeah.
Fuck, I'm the worst with memories. I don't know.
Basically,
I want to ask someone.
Where were you in, like, early childhood? Like, where were you first,
I was in Santa Monica.
Okay.
I'm trying to think, because I know. I'm sorry, I'm blanking. Oh, you're close? So we're walking. Sorry. Okay, Santa Monica. I don't know. It'll come to me.
Yeah, were you...
The one that comes to me right now is, I mean, I definitely have younger childhood memories, but this one was, I started going to school down the street, and the kids could ride bikes to school.
Yeah.
I just got this new, like, GT bike.
Yeah.
I was all psyched on. And I tried to ride down the two-stair in front of my place, and full endowed, and knocked the wind out of myself. It was like, oh! Just, like, crying right into school.
Damn.
Like, I was going to be late, so I, like, try, like, whatever.
Yeah.
Fucking, yeah.
Where, like...
Damn it,
Whereabouts were you living in Santa Monica, like, near the beach?
On Jack Street?
Yeah, like, roundabout or something.
Idaho? Like, right near Montana?
Yeah. Oh, okay, over there.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And were you, like, with your pops or mom and pops or one of the other?
No, my dad wasn't. It was my grandma and my mom.
Gotcha.
My mom was pretty young when she had me.
Okay. I remember the first time I met you, I think, like, I met you out in Malibu, like, you were up, was that your grandma's house? Like,
no, no one besides my father lived in Malibu.
Okay.
That was much later.
I got you. Okay, so how did it kind of segue to you being with your pops, you know what I mean?
Well, I moved in with my dad when I was 10.
Okay. Still in Santa Monica or out?
No, in Malibu, and he rented a studio from his friend that was, like, really super small.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
And then, like, a little after that, was that when because you guys lived, like, I remember going up to that, it was kind of like in the hills, like, it was, like, a bunch of, like, houses, and, were you guys staying there, or?
Maybe, I'm thinking, well, we moved to another place, and he rented a room for me and him.
Oh, okay, maybe
from
that
a
was
friend.
Yeah.
And that was, like, just kind of a couple streets down.
Gotcha. Alright, and then when did kind of, like, your first memories of skateboarding, like, you remember, did you kind of remember him being, like, a skateboarder?
Oh, yeah, I have a good child memory.
Yeah.
When I was about 3, I want to say 3 or 4,
Mm-hmm.
My mom took me skating. Well, I mean, like, I wasn't standing on the board.
Yeah.
We were both, like, boarding.
Mm-hmm.
And she put her 2 feet down, and I was sitting in front.
Mm-hmm.
And my feet weren't hanging. And I went full face first. And smashed my chin, and there was blood everywhere.
No way.
Yeah.
Damn. When did you get aboard? Like, your own?
They always were, like, kind of around.
Yeah.
Like, there was, like, some ghetto old one that had, like, spray paint all over it that my dad gave me, or gave my mom or something, I don't know.
Yeah. Did you know he was, like, a pro skater, like, from, like, forever? You know what I mean? Was that, like, kind of a given, like, thing you knew, or?
Yeah, it wasn't like I found out, like, later. I always knew.
Yeah.
Knew, but, and, like, never tripped off it.
Alright.
Yeah.
And, I guess, when did you kind of, like, I guess when I met you, like, I think you were just kind of starting to roll around, and then I think you kind of started hanging with, like, Chris, and, like, did you know the Hackett's, or those, like, were those dudes?
I didn't know, like, personally, I mean, I knew David.
Yeah.
Do you want to go to the farm? Sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to get background, you know what I mean? Like,
no, yeah.
Yeah, it's all good.
I understand.
Perfect.
My dad's good friends with David.
Mm-hmm.
And he knew Paul, but I never met Paul.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So, but David lived up in, San Diego.
Yeah.
By then, so we never, like, I would see him all the time.
Yeah.
We'd either drive up there, or David would come down.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Did you ever?
Yes, I knew that.
Yeah.
Knew him.
Yeah.
Still do.
Yeah. Did you ever, like, did you ever try to get into surfing, like, when you were out?
Yeah, my dad took me a couple times, and I could never get into it. Like, I like boogie boarding and body surfing a lot. I don't know, I just didn't like it for some reason.
You didn't like the beach or something, like, eh?
No, I love the beach. I love swimming.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know. I just was one of those things where...
Yeah. Didn't click?
Yeah, it just didn't, like, stick. Exactly.
Yeah.
Later on, I regret that one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But, yeah.
Alright.
So my dad would, like, push me into waves, and I get fucking smashed, and I didn't like it.
That's rad. Alright, so when did you kind of meet, was Chris, like, when did you meet Roberts? Like, was he kind of,
I think I met him through, actually, my dad.
Yeah.
Also, he was, like, the guy that, like, was the skater in Malibu, sponsored, and everyone was like, ooh. There was talk of him.
Yeah.
You know.
For sure.
And, like, you would never see him around, really. But then, but my dad would, I think, hang out with him and talk to him at Starbucks, and Chris would always hang out at Starbucks.
Uh-huh.
And, I don't know how it really, there was a skate park that we all, like, petitioned for.
Oh, yeah.
And we got open,
Yeah.
the Jack.
Yeah.
It was a god-awful park.
It had, like, the harness ramp, didn't it? Like, the thing.
What?
It had, like, the harness.
It had some crazy fucking half-pipe.
Yeah, like.
Fucking learn how to skate a half-pipe, but not really, because it's nowhere near like a half-pipe.
Yeah, so sick.
Who thought of that?
Yeah, I remember that thing. It had, like, a fucking, like, harness thing. You could, like, it was, like, Mad Max style, like, Thunderdome. You, like, fucking...
Yeah, basically. Well, it was like, no one... The thing was like a straight U.
Yeah, U ramp. Totally, like, 70s style. Like, so sick.
Oh.
Did you ever try that thing? Did you get locked into it?
No. It was, what was her name? It was this woman...
Oh, shit.
Something Maxwell or
yeah.
Suzanne. They, like, all went together. Whatever, she was a crazy woman that did the whole thing.
Oh, yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, definitely like some woman that, like, married some rich guy that, like, moved out to Malibu and divorced them, and that was, like, a single woman
with some time,
like, pro thing.
Free time on her hands.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck. Alright, so then you started kicking it with Chris, and then, like, did you start driving out? I mean, I remember you were kind of, like, you'd tag along with him, like, out to, like, street sessions and stuff.
Yeah, he would come, which is insane for me to think of it now.
Yeah.
It was insane because I probably wouldn't do this for a little kid.
Yeah.
Is he would drive an extra 15 minutes out of his way to pick me up to go skating to, whatever, Venice.
Yeah.
Or wherever.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a really big treat to go to Girl. I was like, oh my god. Like, excited. I was like going to Disneyland. Yeah.
So rad.
Yeah. That'd be really more... And it'd be like seeing like a Disney character if you saw a fucking pro there.
Yeah, like were you reading like magazines and stuff and watching videos by then? Like what was kind of the first video?
Oh yeah, I mean, I was well into skating.
Yeah.
Then, but yeah, I'd watch a bunch of stuff.
Like what videos did kind of, like was it Mouse Days? You kind of...
Oh dude, I was all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of anything.
Yeah, I remember you said like Welcome to Hell. You was kind of like when
Welcome to Hell. Oh, dude, you know, I like fucking Land Speed, the CKY, the first CKY video.
Yeah,
dude. No skating in it.
Yeah.
But
that's right, I remember those.
I was literally all like 4-in-1s.
Yeah.
But I liked a lot of more like Jeff Rallies and Ed Templeton skating.
Yeah.
I don't know why. But then, you know, my friend showed me Mouse, and I thought it was really funny, and I mean, I feel like that skating's a little more hard for a kid to understand.
Yeah, like more technical, kind of.
Yeah,
cruisy.
exactly.
Yeah. And then, alright, so like basically, yeah, you're skating like Courthouse, fucking Graffiti Pit and all that beach shit.
I never skated the Graffiti Pit.
Oh, really?
Unfortunately.
Oh,
no.
okay.
I remember skating to them because I never went there, and it was all gated off.
Shit.
Shortly they destroyed it.
Yeah. Alright, and then so you're basically kicking it with Chris and rolling around. Like, what was your dad doing at that time? Like,
I don't know. I didn't think it was... well, before then, I mean, we have to rewind because I was in probably 9th grade when I started hanging out with Chris. And I was... It sounds like I wasn't skating at all.
Yeah.
Before then. But, no, I was like in Malibu skating a bunch with my friends and stuff. And, I'm now losing the fucking point of where I was going with this.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No worries. Yeah, what happened with the, like when you weren't going, like, did you go back, did you see your mom, like, I mean, were you living with your mom again, or, I remember you had, like, did you switch back to Parker or something, or?
No, it was never like, it was just more like my real name is Parker.
Yeah.
Alexander Parker. And
how's that your real name?
I never changed it.
That's your, because...
And people would say Olson, I'm like, oh, hey, it's Parker.
Why is it Parker, though? That's...
I mean, long story short, my dad wasn't at my birth.
Oh, shit, okay.
But, yeah, so that's what that is.
So, yeah, is it like a...
And I got used to, you know, everyone thought my name was Olson, so...
I got you.
Obviously, I went with it.
Is that like your stepdad's name or something like that, or?
Parker is my mother's maiden name.
Okay, I got you. Alright, cool, and then, okay, so after, and then I remember you, like, didn't you meet, like, kind of Spanky and Ed, like, a little bit after that? Like,
I started, after hanging out with Chris, started not hanging out with him as much, and started, I think I moved deeper into Malibu.
Yeah.
Like, basically 45 minutes into, so, whatever, 45 minutes into the city.
Okay.
It would take.
Yeah.
Or no, that doesn't sound right. It would take 45 minutes to drive to the city, sorry. Yeah. And then a girl, and all the Valley kids were, whatever, kind of blowing up over the hill, so I started going over there.
Okay.
With them. And that's when I met Spanky, even though I would see Spanky all the time.
Yeah.
Like, Vance Parks and other places.
Yeah, you're going to skate lab with Grip, right?
Yeah, but I mean, like, he skated for 16.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
And I mean, my dad would take me to Castle I would see him at Castle Contest and a bunch of other places.
Okay,
And I always was like, oh, there was always this hype around Spanky when he was really little, because he got sponsored by, like, Sponsor Me Tape and, like, won the contest and shit.
Yeah, he was the shit.
I was like, oh, that's him. And, yeah, so I would always see him, and he was always cool and nice.
Yeah. And then you started, I remember, was that like when you met kind of Ed, and weren't you going to get on Toy Machine for a second, like in the beginning? Or?
That was hanging out through a lot of Little Lance Mountain.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
And I met Ed through him a lot because he was getting bored.
Yeah, that's right.
And
then Spanky was almost...
He was about to get on.
Yeah, yeah. And then he went to Baker instead or something.
Yeah, he like quit City Stars.
Yeah.
After America Video, and then didn't know which one he wanted to go to.
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna get on Toy Machine. I thought that was gonna be cool. But,
all right, and
Baker.
Did you have any? Were you going to school like through any of this? Like, when did you kind of?
What?
Did you go to school like through any of this? Like, what was your school stuff like? Like, I mean, what grade did you go to?
I dropped out in 9th grade.
Okay.
And from there, what did I do? So I dropped out in 9th grade, basically, like, try to do homeschool.
Yeah.
But that didn't work out.
Yeah.
And, so basically I just kind of just faded into just doing nothing.
Yeah. Then you were, like, pretty much hooked up after that and...
Yeah, just...
Skating.
Fucking wild child.
Yeah.
But not so wild.
What's up with Lance? Did you have any, like, funny, like, Lance Jr. moments, like, back then?
His wife, I remember, he's like, give me $20. I really like this girl and I need to take her out on a date. Oh, okay, yeah. I'll pay you back. You never paid me back.
Yeah. Oh, you ended up marrying that girl?
What?
That was his...
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, shit, that's sick. Alright, and...
yeah. I'm trying to think of anything else. I don't know, yeah, he would always have to, like... His mother didn't want him to skateboard, I don't think. At least that's what it seemed like.
Yeah.
And, yeah, kind of held him back from doing that whole lifestyle.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw him at Stoner, like, a couple months ago or something. His tops, but wasn't skating. I don't know. Alright, and then what kind of led you finally to Girl? Like, was it just from going with, like, Chris and meeting the dudes and...
Okay, so... Well, before that I was trying to get on Alien. Okay, so I guess Toy Machine wasn't working out. They just put on Johnny Layton.
Yeah.
And he was way better than me. So I was like, well, fuck. Well, there goes that chance. I might as well fucking pack my shit up and try to find somewhere else. And I was like, oh, Alien would be the most awesome, but I don't skate anything like them, and I'm not good enough to skate like, them.
Yeah.
But Bill bought my ticket to New York.
Yeah.
And I was staying with him.
Yeah.
And I was getting foundation boards.
Okay.
I was hanging out with those dudes a lot, like Shimizu. I was staying at their places.
Okay.
And I started getting boards from Foundation, and then I moved, or whatever, went to New York with Dill.
Yeah.
Then Dill was asking what boards I get.
Yeah.
And he was on the phone with Carter, and they started giving me boards. And then,
this is when you're like, what, 14, 15, or 13?
No, I was 18 then.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So then I was trying to, I don't know, get photos and video magazine or whatever, videos and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then what happened? Oh, again, another person got put on a team. I was like, well, fuck. I got, whatever, my first skateboard cover.
Oh, yeah, that's right, the skateboarder.
And I had been hanging out with Mike and Scott, and I think they just started giving me shoes for Lakai.
Yeah.
But I had Nikes on because it was an older photo or whatever.
Yeah.
But also, they, yeah. So, I got my cover. I'm like, in my head, like, oh, they're gonna put me on. And like, I called like Tony, or what's his name? Tony.
Who, that girl?
No, I own a workshop.
Oh, Tony Hines or something?
Tony Heights.
Yeah.
I called him. I was like, yeah, what's up, dude? Like, waiting to hear anything. He's like, full cover. All right. You bored? I'm like, oh, yeah. Fuck you, too. Yeah, then, there's nothing happened. So I was like, okay, well, I can sit here. I know, they just put Tyler Bledsoe on.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, well, fucking Christ, man. I'm not going to get put on this team, too?
Yeah.
Fuck this.
Yeah.
So I like emailed Greg. I was like, I'm over it, dude. Thank you. Or whatever.
Yeah.
Hooking me up.
And then basically you just did Mike
and then I was just flown around, and I was hanging out with Mike and Scott a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And then guys was skating with Guy.
Oh, shit.
And guys just started skating again.
Yeah.
And I think Guy was tripping that I had a cover, but didn't have a sponsor or something.
Yeah.
He's like, well, dude, why don't you get boys from Girl?
Yeah.
And I never thought Girl would be a possibility.
Yeah.
And then, so then I got boards from them and shoes.
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to think, sorry.
No worries.
What happened? Got boards and shoes. And, then I just started skating with those guys a lot.
You never like called you in, or you never went in and like met with like Rick or something, and like you go like sign like, you know what I mean, like officially like, all right, I'm fucking on.
No, I think I just started getting more coverage, and I think slowly they're like, hey, you know, we want to put you on. Would you want to do something like that?
Yeah.
Or we need an ad.
Yeah.
And then and then I was like, all right.
What was the first ad again? I'm trying.
My first ad ever?
I mean, the girl, like first kind of girl intro ad.
It was that kickflip over that blue bumper bar.
Oh yeah. Fuck yeah, yeah. I guess.
There's this day I called me like that Sunday or whatever that weekend, like, hey, we need an ad pretty quick. Can you get one?
Yeah.
And I got that.
Yeah, sick.
After like a night of like partying somehow.
Oh yeah.
So so that was that, and then got that ad, and then I don't know, super stoked.
Yeah.
Party after that.
That's sick. So then you were basically like on Girl, Lakai. Were you guys starting like?
I didn't get Lakai until way later.
Oh, okay. Shit.
Which was weird because like that was actually I was on them before I was on Girl.
Yeah, you're getting.
Which isn't weird at all, but
yeah.
The same time it is. But I think they were like, oh well, let's put him on Girl at least.
Yeah.
You know, because it's Lakai. If he doesn't get it, whatever.
Yeah.
This whole video thing.
Yeah, what was your like friendship with Carol like over, you know what I mean, early on? Like, were those dudes kind of like giving you guidance or just giving you shit or?
Not guidance, but I don't know. Just would hang out and go skateboard.
Yeah.
I was just like people that wanted to skateboard.
Yeah.
And Scott, they obviously filmed me for that video, so I'd go with them on their little missions.
Yeah.
And kind of just, you know, turned into a whole thing.
Yeah, how far along were they when you got, like, when they basically told you to film the card?
Like 2 years.
2 years?
Like basically the same time Guy started filming for it.
Yeah. How was that? Pretty crazy? Like, just... Did they call you up? Just like Bird call you up? Like fucking... alright, Olson?
No, I think it was more like, it's literally like film a couple of tricks for like, you know,
Yeah.
and just like they kept bringing me on trips,
Yeah.
kind of test runs,
Mm-hmm.
and somehow I did good on one of them. One time, yeah, I got like a lot of tricks on one, which was like insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I think they were like, all right, yeah, he's, you know, let's put him on.
Yeah, yeah. That's sick. Was that kind of like your first big, like, traveling, too? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, the first time I was out of the country. The first time I, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There were a lot of firsts.
How was that? Like,
That's the first time I went around America, though.
no.
No.
How was it leaving, like, going to, like, China and, like, Spain and stuff? I mean, did that kind of open your eyes to shit, like, even just being into, like, kind of art stuff and, I mean, you know what I mean, culture kind of shit?
Yeah, no, I guess, I don't know. Definitely opens your eyes.
Yeah.
For art, I think, yeah, I guess so. I mean, I'm not going to say no, it wouldn't, but
yeah.
At the same time, they're not very, like, the artistic dudes.
Yeah.
Like, I'm more so Ed and those guys.
Oh, okay.
I picked all that stuff up. And my mom and my dad, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah, were you still kind of talking to your dad, like, as you're getting on Girl and Lakai? Was he kind of, like, telling you stuff, like, any advice or stuff, or?
Yeah, but he didn't, like, he was just like, don't get ripped off. He's like, don't get ripped off like how I got ripped off.
Shit. Yeah.
Well, and, yeah, I don't know. He just was just, you know, looking out for my best interest.
Yeah. Cool.
And, yeah.
Alright, so, and then were you, like, do you start shooting photos when you were, like, doing the fully flared traveling kind of stuff?
Yeah. Or the actual photos, like me shooting the photos?
Yeah.
Yeah, I started shooting kind of, not really. I'd always have a camera around or something, bring it on, but never really shoot. And then, yeah, I think I borrowed a camera from Mike. I'm trying to think of when I first, I don't know, I don't think I really shot photos on fully flared.
Yeah.
But
kind of around, or at least
kind of around, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You got your own camera and, like, started, like, I mean...
What?
I mean, at some point you got, like, your own camera and started shooting actual, like, photos, like, consciously, or...
Yeah, I can't remember when it was.
Yeah.
I remember I, like, bought a camera off eBay, and then that's when I, like, took an interest in it.
You remember what camera, or...
It was a Contax G3, and my friend Curtis had one.
Oh, okay.
And he was doing a site, and I remember being like, well, fuck, he can do it. I fucking have shot photos.
Curtis from Supreme or whatever? Or,
yeah.
He was Bowser, or whatever he was. Yeah. Sick. Alright, and then when did, like, Quicksilver, kind of stuff like that come about?
Quicksilver?
Yeah.
We were on a trip, the Badass for Dumbass trip, and Reese and Brad Seba started skate mental, and they tagged along on a trip.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I think I talked to Sam about it once, or mentioned it.
Yeah.
And he mentioned it to Reese, and Reese was like, oh, really? All right, he's on.
Oh, shit.
Like made one phone call.
That's awesome.
And like they flew me out, like a team photo and stuff.
Wow. Was that kind of a game changer, like, just in terms of, like, I mean, by then you're starting to make, like, some loot, like, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I would make money from, I think, Lakai would pay me, or who paid me? I think Lakai and Girl paid me.
Yeah.
Or no, maybe just Lakai paid me. It was like, I was getting like $500 a month or something, and being like, whoa. You know, save this.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Quick.
I think I even paid taxes on that. Which was like, I didn't need to at all.
Yeah. Was there a moment where it started, like, I mean, obviously Quicksilver's, like, a bigger check, and then fucking...
Yeah, I mean, it, like, progressively started, like, Yeah, Quicksilver was a big check, and then like when when all those dudes quit, Quicksilver to go to Analog.
Oh yeah,
that's
yeah.
when it like became way bigger.
Oh yeah. When Arto and all them, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Pablo.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, I can imagine. I heard like Arto's checks. I remember they were fucking pretty gnarly.
Really?
Yeah, back in the day. I don't know. Pretty, like, all right, and then so like that, and then you finished filming the part. Like, I guess was that crazy? I mean, was that like it was your first part, right? Like fully flared. I mean.
Yeah. My first real part.
How did you feel about it going to like fucking the premiere at UCLA and all that shit?
Hold on really quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I remember that being pretty intense.
Yeah.
And like my fucking body sinking into the chair started. Like, oh god.
Was it crazy to watch your own part?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. Like with a fucking like huge hall full of people. Like just,
yeah, exactly.
Oh, crazy. Did anything like stand out, or was it just like?
Did anything stand out to me of my own part?
Yeah, like where you just like, oh, that looks
I remember I saw it before, I'm like, it's alright. Better.
And the intro montage and all that, like the...
I mean, I knew that was coming.
Yeah.
I don't know, yeah, I'm definitely not like that anymore. Or not as much. Or maybe just, I scream more than I fucking break my boards. Yeah, I remember they would be going on trips and just snapping all the boards I had and borrowing other boards from Carol and stuff.
That's awesome.
Idiot.
Fuck it. Alright, and then I guess moving on. Dude, we're doing good, man. This is awesome. We're getting close.
What?
Yeah, we're doing good though. Like this is good. Like nailing it. Getting close.
Okay.
Don't have too much more. But yeah, then like, I guess when did like the Vans thing come about after that? Was that kind of?
Well, Ablo was the whole Gravis thing was starting.
Yeah.
Ablo approached me as like, hey, we're starting this thing. It's gonna be cool. We're gonna be able to, make our own shoes or whatever.
Yeah.
Do our whole thing.
Yeah.
And I want you to ride for it. And it was, a lot of money.
Yeah.
And I was like, are you kidding me? Okay. Well, let me talk to Rick and Mike. and yeah, it was that much money where I couldn't say no almost.
Yeah.
And then Rick and Mike was like, well, if you're going to leave Lakai, can we maybe make it a more respectful company or a company that we respect?
Okay.
So I was like, oh, of course,
Yeah.
If it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't even be
Yeah.
now. So yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And then I think I was friends with Hunter, and I talked to him, and then he was interested, and then Robin from Vans was like, well, I was just asking her like her advice. I'm like, well, what should I do for this and this? And she's like, well, if you're really interested, I'll make an offer for you right now too.
Oh shit.
Hey, hold on one more. Yeah, and then she made an offer, and then she was explaining to me the whole deal and what was the best option.
Yeah.
And then I went with her.
That's kind of rad, yeah. And then you basically kept like Quicksilver instead of switching. Were they gonna do like the whole like analog?
I think Mike and those dudes were like tripping that. Thank you. Tripping that I was gonna like go do the whole like Burton thing, basically.
Yeah. The package.
Like if I got on analog. Oh no, if I got on
Gravis,
then that means they'd lose me to fucking Alien.
Yeah.
Analog.
Yeah. Gotcha. That's cool. That's rad.
Yeah.
Alright, and then again, like there, is that another kind of, like, stepping stone, obviously, in, like, like, financial department, like, change things a little more?
Yeah, I mean, definitely, when you turn pro, it definitely changes significantly.
Oh, yeah, when did you turn pro in there? That was fucking...
Thank you. I turned pro in 2008.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think. I can't remember.
Before Lakai, or, like, before you left?
Well, for a girl. After the video, basically.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's right.
Late 2007.
Yeah.
Early 2008.
That's right. Okay. Sick. And then, yeah, what about your checkerboard deal? Was that, like, their idea, or doing your, I remember your dad's kind of checkerboard graphic, or whatever?
That was just kind of like, I figured they were going to do that.
Yeah.
It's kind of obvious, like, okay,
Yeah.
do that. I want to do another one.
Rad. Was your dad psyched, though?
What?
Was your dad psyched?
Yeah, he was definitely psyched. I told him, he's like, let's get a drink.
That's awesome. Shit. I guess that's kind of the timeline. I guess it's more on present day. You got, like, you basically have, I guess, Chocolate, Quicksilver, and Vans parts, possibly. Is that videos? Are there?
Oh, those videos? Yeah, who knows?
Yeah. They're kind of up in the air. Like, the Chocolate one's got to be a little closer, no?
Yeah, but I can't see them doing full-length videos anymore.
Yeah.
They're too much. I feel like they're too much.
Too much budget, like too much
the
money for...
The money it takes to make one,
Mm-hmm.
and the outcome.
Yeah.
It's too much.
Yeah, you're into the single part thing, like Dylan, right? Would you be, you kind of pushing for some, like, would you do something like that for, like, Vans or Quicksilver, maybe, or?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, what else, what other things in skating do you think, like, are kind of a little, like, overlooked right now, or, like, kind of sides of skating that, I don't know, I mean, I guess, like, the barracks and stuff like that, like, people skating, and, you know what I mean? Like, any ideas on any of that shit?
About those? I think they're good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely good, but I don't personally like them.
Yeah.
Because they seem kind of soulless. But
yeah,
that's me, just in my old ways, and
yeah.
how I think how it should be.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Are you
There's good parts of it and bad parts. Like, you can definitely see that there's more kids recognizing, I don't know, like East Coast type of skating, which is cool, but that can also be bad too, because they start to just only skate like little fucking drainage ditch.
Yeah, like
that.
Cellar doors and like too far, kind of.
Annoying.
Yeah. That's sick.
But yeah, I don't know. Sorry, I have food in front of me.
Oh, you got food in front of you? You wanna?
Let me eat this and I'll call you back.
Yeah, let's do that. I got like a little bit more. Yeah. All right. Cool.
Okay. Cool.
Cool. Peace.
Bye. Yeah.
Quality stuff, bro. It's a nice day.
Yeah. Are you up in San Diego?
No. I'm dude. I pretty much I'm in the apartment, like the old apartment we were at, just up the street from Stoner.
Oh wow. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's good though.
Yeah, I'm psyched, dude. I'm fucking...
Fuck that, dude. Going all the way up there?
Yeah, no, I'm over it. I was working out of,
in a cubicle?
Yeah, no, I'm over it. I was working out of Stereo for a while. We were downtown.
That's not even that bad either.
Yeah, and then they just moved in with Stacks, and like now it's even further. Stacks, you know that Mike Leone's Ford company.
Oh, Stacks.
Yeah.
Are they together? Like, actual together?
No, they just both needed cheap office space.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, they're way over in fucking Highland Park, so I was like...
Hey, we can hold on really quick?
Yeah, no worries.
are you? Hello?
Yeah.
What? Okay, sorry.
Yeah, no worries. Water.
Here's these retards.
Yeah, no, it's fucking rad, dude. When they built Stoner over here, I was just like fucking psyched, dude. And I'm like, set up office here. It's just like me and Robbie live in this spot.
Oh, really? And what's Robbie doing now?
Well, he's at MySpace, and then he quit that, and he works for some dude in the marina. They're like launching, we kind of rad. It's like a new like networking site, but for like, kind of like eBay, but you like get for jobs. Like basically you'd go on and be like, I need someone to design a website, and then people like bid, like, oh, I'll do it for $100, and here's my resume, and it's kind of rad. He's like, look.
That's cool.
Yeah, just keep him busy. Doing
How did you get into all that?
He went, I don't know, he put himself through school, you know, like when he was still skating for a girl, and then, yeah, he just fucking, you know, he can like program shit, and he's like good graphic designer, you know, and then, now he's kind of,
Really?
Yeah, he's doing good, man.
That's pretty insane.
Yeah, he just got, he's gonna be like a street league judge now too, like, Aaron Snyder, like, lives across the way over here, and, I guess, that dude Ryan Denman, like, dropped out because he's, like, Plan B team manager now, and, they called Robbie, so he's gonna fucking fly to, like, 3 locations, and...
Oh, that's cool.
Kinda rad.
Yeah.
Cool. Alright, well, shit, this is sick, dude. I probably got, like, 5, 6 more questions, and,
Alright.
See what I got here. Yeah, I just wanted to, basically say, like, you definitely seem like you're kind of, you know, into a ton of, like, older shit, you know, like, you think it was, like, kind of better back in the day, or is it more, like, nostalgia, or what kind of...
I think it's more nostalgia, but,
yeah.
I would like to say that, I don't know, it definitely is that.
Yeah.
But, also, I don't know, I feel like a lot of things gotten mainstream.
Yeah.
I have a whole theory to it.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people were younger back then and had less to lose,
Mm.
and there weren't as many companies as there are now. Or maybe there are, but they're bigger now.
Yeah.
And there's more mouths to feed, and there's more, you know, there's mortgages and
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it's not, you know, they can't fuck off and like, or whatever.
Yeah, you can't afford it, like, yeah.
Exactly. So it's not like how Big Brother and all those, it was like all kids running companies.
Yeah, fully. Yeah.
Like a whole
marketing department.
thing almost.
Yeah. Yeah, they didn't have like lawyers and agents and shit. It wasn't like
exactly. Well, not even those people. I'm saying just like
even the companies.
Like, I mean, like Rick is 36. You can't just be like, oh, fuck it, you know.
Yeah.
Put it all on the table.
Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah, no, for sure.
I mean, and just people like that.
Yeah, it was like
where I feel like back then, street skating was just evolving and it was so new, and there wasn't like vert pros that could do it, so there wasn't this like crop of people, I don't know, like making companies and running companies.
Yeah. It was like kids. It was like dudes like your age, like basically like when they launched Girl, they were like your age pretty much. Like,
I think they were even younger then.
Yeah. Like definitely like still messing around with stuff and having fun.
There's no room to experiment anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, there is, but they're just, you know.
Yeah.
There's no way there's a small company that will. You know what? The smallest company that's surviving right now is Skate Mafia, which is awesome. But because I thought that wasn't possible anymore.
Yeah, it's tough. It seems like there's almost 2 separate. There's like kind of the, you know, like slapboards, like dudes. Those dudes will back like some little company, you know, like. I mean, I don't know if it can compete with like the big guns, but fucking.
Yeah, but there's no way like a small company can like. I don't know, can't afford it because everyone gets paid so much now. Yeah,
true.
And, you know, I feel like board companies are hard enough to already
to
make money.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Cool. And then, do you see yourself kind of like, I guess, like with your the art show you had, like with your dad, like, is that something you'd kind of want to get into, like, full time, or like?
Yeah, definitely. I don't know. I'm just more afraid of the, like, after skateboarding, like, becoming the team manager for a company, or just, like, you know, like,
Yeah.
I don't want to, I don't know.
Yeah.
I want to move up, I guess.
Stay creative, kind of.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't want to, like, you know, just have to get a job.
Mm.
I don't know. That's not right.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound right. Basically, I just don't want to have to, yeah, be like, have to rely on skateboarding and, like, who I was.
Yeah, I got you.
I can just get a job.
Yeah.
And, like, just kind of, like, hold on.
Mm.
Or milk it, you know?
Yeah, fully. Yeah, no, I got you. And then, like, what kind of stuff are you into now? Like, I thought you had, like, fucking, like, a synthesizer or, like, a keyboard or
yeah, I've always been into music, but then I kind of just took it upon myself to, like, just, I don't know, get more into it. I don't know, I just got into it even more.
Yeah.
Almost more, like, I'm more into music right now than I am shooting photos. I haven't shot photos in a long time.
Okay, where's, like...
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, no. Where you get, like, kind of, like, your influences from? Like, it seems like on your, like, your Tumblr has, like, a ton of, like, pop culture kind of, you know, like, reference. I mean, is it just kind of internet, like, you're looking around at stuff, or is there, like...
There's a couple sites I, like, mainly go to.
Mm-hmm.
But, I don't know, I just wanted to put photos up.
Yeah.
Never had one, and I don't know, I guess people like it.
Yeah. Seems like you're into, like, a lot of, like, kind of absurd stuff, too, you know, like...
Yeah, I mean, I definitely have gotten into surfing more.
Yeah.
My dad and my uncle fully can surf, and I can't, and it pisses me off.
Yeah.
Because I grew up next to the beach, and I never learned.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't know, I just need a fucking... But you have to live by the beach to get fucking good, or you're fucked.
Yeah, I hear you. Fuck yeah.
But, yeah.
Oh, that's one, I forgot to tell you, actually, that's one thing Robbie's super into. He's, like, full-time surfer now.
Dude, Dude, saw him surfing. I was surfing, too.
Yeah.
You know, we were surfing. He's like, dude, it's so funny how this went down. Here's O'Mealy. He was saying, like, have you ever thought about awing over a bench long ways? That was Barrett and him.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Barrett swore that he told you that. I was like, really? That's crazy.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
That's crazy. So it was like that Barrett's idea or something, right?
What?
It was like Barrett suggested that one, and then you were like...
Yeah. Sorry, I'm running into O'Mealy.
Yeah, no worries,
Okay.
no worries.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah, no worries. Someone's knocking at my door, too. How you doing, man?
So, yeah, okay, so...
Yeah, no worries. Hey, hold on one sec. I got the mailman here. Hold on one sec, yeah.
Bye. I mean, not bye. Yeah, hold on.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck. Get the mailman. Yeah, that's crazy. I think, Barrett mentioned, like, when that ad came out, he was like, dude, I suggest we film surfing, and I told him to do that, and, you know, I don't know, like Barrett, you know, I was like, yeah, right, dude.
No, it's fully.
That's right, dude. That's amazing. Holy shit. Barrett will be psyched, I'll tell him. Yeah. That was that. You know, I was skating with Jason Lee, actually, at Stoner, and
Jason Lee?
Yeah, because, you know, I mean, I do, like, the side or whatever for stereo.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I told him about that shit because we just seen the ad, and he was, like, blown away, dude. Yeah, he was like, no way. And his kid, Pilot, was there skating with us.
Uh-huh.
And he was like, my kid's going to be better than Alex Olson. That's pretty rad.
That's cool.
That's funny shit. Alright, I got fucking 4 more little cheesy questions. If you could play anyone in a movie, who would it be? And,
if I could play anyone in a movie?
Yeah, like an existing movie.
I would play myself in my life story. No, I would play Butch Cassidy.
Oh shit! Oh yeah, that's sick. And then if you could be pro in like any era and for what team?
It would be Girl when Sheffy was on and downstage.
Yeah, sick.
Or I don't know. I mean, yeah, Yeah, so we're just gonna stick with that.
Alright.
Because I don't know.
Yeah, fucking good to go. Alright, and then you say the world is getting better, or are we pretty much doomed?
Is the world getting better? Absolutely not. We're destroying our natural resources.
Yeah.
I watched the whole thing about it. Humans are the worst.
Yeah, fuck. And just live it up while you can.
Yeah, basically. But yeah. But yeah, I was watching this whole thing about how we can prevent it, but we probably won't.
We could slow it down, maybe.
No, it's just like we're like over capacity.
Yeah, overpopulation and shit.
Yeah.
Crazy.
You know, we should be half of 6 billion. That's what we are right now.
Oh yeah. Crazy.
So, yeah, and then they were like calculating like how much Americans consume. We need 3 Earths. All this shit.
So crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. When I was a kid, like when I was in high school, there was like 5 billion people or something like that.
There was 5?
Yeah, it was like 5.2 or something. Like I remember learning it, you know. And then like it hadn't gone up like as much as it's gone up in the last like couple, 10, 20
I mean, that's
years.
pretty insane to go up a billion.
Yeah.
Within whatever, how many
like
years?
20 years, 10 years, 15.
Yeah, there needs to be population control.
Yeah. Well, China, like there's like 1 billion people in China alone.
Really?
Yeah, and then
in India.
Yeah, and in China you can only have 1 kid, you know?
Yeah.
It's fucking nuts.
And then India, how many kids can you have?
I think you can still have a grip over there, but they got a huge population, like something like 800 million or something, like almost 1 billion.
Well, they don't consume like we do.
No, they don't. But they're getting there. Now they're all like getting the same shit we got.
I know that much.
Yeah, exactly. Like China's gonna take over India, and they're all fucking killing it right now. We're fucked.
Also, China's the one that's fucking everything else, though.
Pretty much.
Well, I guess by the help of us.
We're all fucking it up, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
Shit. Oh yeah. Oh man, well shit. That's pretty much what I got.
All right. If you have any other questions, you can always call me.
Yeah, that's sick, man. Thanks so much. And I might shoot you an email just for I guess like when we put the photos in, like maybe maybe I can get a couple of photos like you shot or like maybe some art stuff or stuff, whatever. Cool.
Sounds good.
Man, give my best to Amelia, dude.
All right, well, I will.
Alright, dude.
All right.
See you later.